Be more advanced.
All right, we're live.
What?
How we
Somehow the
doing?
world treat me and be
All right,
so
guys.
wonderful.
So,
Sorry.
as you guys see by the title, we just sat down with Marcus Spears. Had a great interview with him.
Probably one of the greatest moments of my life.
Yeah, we busted some good questions.
It was a fun time.
It was not bad. But what? Oh, no. There's a 4-minute interval there where somebody knocked the board,
Go
We
on.
started laughing. Sorry.
had a little giggle. It wasn't.
Okay. The cameras are switching on.
I don't know why they're switching. I can face. Oh.
Hey guys.
And then back to this one. And back to me. And then back to this one. And then back to this one. Out. Nope.
When
Nope,
we
get
were
this one.
younger, you were mine, my boo.
Nope.
Guys,
Do you want to start playing?
Are you just leaving it like this?
I might as well.
I keep switching back and forth.
All right, guys, scooch in, scooch in, scooch in, scooch in.
This is how we did the interview too, because the camera crashed.
Because Spawn doesn't know what
Just
he's
in
doing.
case, yeah, it just happened.
All right, so quick rundown.
Basically, he said,
You know what?
Basically, he said you guys all should subscribe and like
right, that's
Tweet at
Oh, yeah.
us.
and
You
go to our
guys-
PayPal and help us get a
That
new
was
studio
Venmo.
and camera and
I thought it was
Wi-Fi and
it's a Wi-Fi. That's what we're
Nope.
gonna need here.
PayPal.
And possibly get a new studio.
Hopefully, get a new studio.
Then also give Marcus some love. Instagram on the
Hey, put it
screen,
right in front of my face. Why don't you?
Twitter on the screen.
Hey guys.
Go give him some love.
Give us
all
some
right?
love too.
Give us some love. Quad Squad 4 Pod on Twitter.
All right, and here's the interview.
TikTok soon.
Got a blast. Check you later.
All right, so
Hey, man, I'm gonna bear with you. I got a few minutes, man. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so we're just gonna bust out some questions. Who's go first?
All right.
I'll lead it off. So, Marcus, I'm a big Steelers fan, and I've seen a lot of questions everywhere. Like, are the Steelers legit? You know, we beat 0-3 teams. Houston, I think, who's still a very good team, who's lost the Ravens, Chiefs, and the Steelers. What's your view on the Steelers this year?
I think they're very good, man. Listen, this is it's also a part of their franchise and what they've been able to do. Obviously, last year being on the brink of going to the playoffs without a quarterback, and I mean, y'all know me. I tell it like it is. Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges were not playoff quarterbacks, and they almost made it to the playoffs. The defense is real. And right now, man, there's not a lot of high-level defenses in the league, believe it or not. When you look at all of the teams that stepped out the other night and only gave up, the Chiefs stepped out and gave up 13 points to the Ravens, which was a great showing. But the two best defenses that I've seen so far this year are the Steelers and Tampa Bay. And then with Big Ben coming back, getting his feet wet, obviously working himself back into football shape, quarterback shape, they are a real contender. I think one of my colleagues picked them to win the division. I didn't, but after watching Kansas City dismantle Baltimore like they did, and I still think Baltimore is a top team in the league, but the Steelers in a good spot. As long as Ben stays healthy, keep progressing. It's enough talent. Offensive line is good. Y'all know what the D is with TJ over there, Bud Dupree, Cam, Hayward, Minka coming over was huge. I love Bush in the middle. Like this, it's a legit playoff team, and it's one of those teams that you talk about like you might not want to play them once the playoffs start because they get better and better, and they've been there before. They know how to win, man. So, yeah, they true contenders.
All right, we're gonna bounce over. Cowboys started with the rough start, going 0-3. What changes do you think they need to make to turn around their season?
Yeah, they should be. They should be 0-3, but just in Cowboy fashion, they get a damn onside kick against the Falcons, and the Falcons like giving up leads anyway. So the Cowboys might as well won that one. Listen, they are atrocious on defense. They are horrible. Offensively, they can score and put up points with anybody. They have as much talent. I think that's been proven. And that's the only reason that these games have been interesting. If they don't get better on defense, they'll make the playoffs because the NFC East sucks, but they won't do much after that. They have to get better. And I don't know how you do it. Alden Smith hadn't played football in 4 years, and he the best defender on defense. That ain't good. That ain't good at all, man. So I'm concerned about my boys. Offensively, I'm not. Dak is balling out of his mind. They got to stop turning the football over, obviously, but they still putting up 30 points a rip after the Rams game. So it's just got to get better on the other side of the ball defensively. And unfortunately, I don't see it getting any better. Maybe DeMarcus Lawrence gets healthy, comes back and provides rush from the other side, but they just don't have enough to me defensively to be considered in the running to win the Super Bowl, let alone go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
So going along that, actually not along that at all. So I'm a huge Bengals fan. So the past couple of years kind of been heartbreaking. 2 questions for you. One, do you think it's going to get better soon? Because I'm tired of crying every week. And another one, how do you think Joe Burrow is doing? Because I think he's doing pretty well.
Joe balling out of his mind, and I'm biased, but all you gotta do is watch the film, man. We talking about a rookie with no OTAs, no off season, and he's literally had Cincinnati in every game they've lost.
Yeah.
If the O-line don't get him killed before the season over with, and the organization make it a point to protect him more importantly than anything else on the team, Cincinnati got a bright future, dude.
God, I can't wait.
They have to. It's crazy, man. We talk about culture all the time. They got to figure out from the front office down what their plan is moving forward, because they got a centerpiece in Joe. Joe's gonna be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
For a long time, but they got to figure out from.
I couldn't watch the game. The first game I was working, but I went in the back real quick and I took a look at the highlights, and that rushing touchdown that he had, that I immediately knew right from then he's going to be good.
Yeah, man. I mean, they should have beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
They've been in every game, man. He's just been getting crushed, and I'm like, so y'all help him before he get killed back there.
Do you think that in our first week, do you think that AJ Green really pushed off? I don't know if you saw the last play, but
no, it should have been a touchdown. I mean, look. That is official discretion. You see some push-offs get called, you see some not get called, and it really is. It's unfortunate when it comes down to the last play, especially one in the end zone like that one was. But I don't necessarily have a problem with the call. I said it when it happened. They just need to call all of them.
Yeah.
Don't be inconsistent. I think what turns fans off and what gets people upset is if you watch that game and AJ Green pushes off and they call it, and then the next game is won and the guy that caught the touchdown pushes off and is not called, that's when you start getting into the area of bad officiating, certain crews, and you don't want it. Like, take the Bills game, for instance. That wasn't defensive pass interference. And some crews wouldn't have called that. And obviously you want to look, the great thing about football, especially when it comes to reffing, is the human element. I think we had got to a point where we tried to use robotics too much to be perfect.
Yep.
It's never going to be perfect, but you definitely want some consistency across the league. What are you calling a push-off? What are you not calling a push-off? Especially when it's game-winning plays in situations like that.
Yeah, we also got to learn how to make a field goal too. Got her.
Yeah, kick a field goal and don't act like you pull your hamstring when you missed or something.
I was watching it and I saw that, and I'm like, the first thing that came to mind is he acted like he was injured because he was embarrassed that he missed that easy little chip.
Yeah, man. And then you come back the next week and bomb 50 yarders.
God, we haven't had a good field goal kicker in a long time. Like Mike Nugent started to do really bad for us. He was missing extra points left and right, and then we got y'all actually have a good kicker. I was just pissed off about him missing that kick, but he's solid. He'll be all right. He can bomb those long.
Speaking of good kickers, actually, I'm a big Lions fan. I'm not going to get into that. I just want to let you know how they are. In the 1 and 2. I'm not too impressed with that. I want to get into your personal life a little bit and ask you about fishing, because I heard you really like fishing.
Oh yeah, man.
I want to know what the biggest fish you've ever caught is. Actually, I'm curious.
Oh man, let me think. Probably I caught like a 80-pound mahi before.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think. Did I caught a I mean, I've caught a 90-pound catfish. But
Where at?
yeah, I caught a 90-pound catfish in Louisiana.
Oh my.
But you know, they get big down there, man. They eat everything. They nasty as hell. But probably the most exciting big fish I caught was that 80-pound mahi, because it fought like I didn't know what the hell was on the end of the line until it jumped in the air, man. But yeah, I love fishing, man. That's something me and my son share. We don't fish. I mean, we fish for crappie. I know the country know them as crappie. Where I'm from, they call sac-a-lait, which is a Louisiana slang put on crappie. But yeah, man, we fish. I hunt as well. I'm an outdoorsman. I started young and I still do it, man, when I get a chance. I'm obviously football now and my job keep me out of the woods during the prime hunting season, but I try to get out there when we get a chance.
Yeah, for sure. I was just really curious. I went deep sea fishing once and I threw up the whole time. I was so seasick. It was absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah, man. You gotta take that Dramamine, man.
It was not.
Yeah, bro.
I still caught a fish.
Put your patch on or take that medicine, and then you'll be all right.
Yeah. Do you know how much time you have left? Did you have a specific?
Yeah, go ahead, fellas. I'll let y'all know when I got to bounce.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
I'll go. Come on, needed.
Oh yeah, here you go. So I knew you were recruited for basketball and football out of high school. What was the major what was the major part, or I don't know, that made you choose football over basketball, knowing that you had both opportunities?
I knew I could go to the NFL. That was pretty much it, man. That was for me, it felt like the path that was kind of in the cards for me. Like, I love basketball. I played basketball at a high level. I was a top 100 player coming out of high school. Played against a lot of dudes that had long NBA careers. Some of my friends, and they'll tell you I could have played in the NBA, but I just didn't think that was the path for me. I love football. I love physical contact. I love hitting. So it really just was basketball. I got good at basketball because my sister was a great basketball player and went to college on a scholarship to LSU in basketball. So I was really chasing her, man. I was trying to be as good as she was, and then ended up getting pretty good and getting scholarship offers all over the country. And then it got to a point where I was like, well, I'm going to do both. And I went to LSU to actually play both. And after our first season, man, we went to the Sugar Bowl and beat Illinois in the Sugar Bowl. And I was so tired. I was like, man, I ain't playing no basketball. I'm going to play football. And that's how it happened, man. And it worked out. I love basketball. It's my favorite sport to watch. College basketball is my favorite sport to watch. And then when the NBA playoffs start, I love the NBA playoffs. And football, man, is just my love. It's therapy. Football is therapy for me. That's what I feel therapy when I'm watching football.
Okay. So at LSU, you played for Nick Saban. Then you got drafted by the Cowboys, and you played with Bill Parcells. And those are probably two of the greatest football coaches of all time. What are some of their similarities and what are some of their differences that you noticed while playing for them?
Yeah, some of the similarities, they both assholes. That's one of them. They are tireless workers, geniuses at what they do. They both were defensive centric coaches, man. So I learned a lot about the game from both of them. Nick got me raw out of high school, so I actually had to learn how to play football when I was at LSU. And I know that's crazy, but most guys that leave high school, I didn't go to one of those programs that had a weight room, and so I had to learn how to play the game. I was just big, fast, and physical. So Coach Saban was more. I look at him now, reflecting. He was more of a teacher. Him and bro, listen to my coaching staff, bro. This was the coaching staff at LSU when I was there. Nick Saban was the head coach. Jimbo Fisher was the offensive coordinator. Will Muschamp was the defensive coordinator. Derek Dooley was the tight ends coach. We had a legendary coach named Pete Jenkins. Adam Gase was a GA, and Kirby Smart was a GA.
Studs.
That was Nick Saban's staff at LSU. So I learned the game of football multiplied by 100 because I had a bunch of football minds around me. Now, Adam Gase right now don't look like he know a damn thing about football based on how he coaching the Jets. But at the time, I think we all was learning from Coach Saban. And then when I got to Bill, Nick had me ready to play for Bill. And then Bill taught me how to be a pro, because you don't learn how to be a pro in college. And when I say learn how to be a pro, you learn how to manage your time. You learn how important it is to pay attention to every detail. You learn how to be consistent every Sunday. The most comfortable spot for a coach when you in professional sports is he needs to know what he's going to get out of that player every Sunday. Don't be a flash player. Don't be up and down. Those are the things that Bill taught me. I couldn't stand him the first year I played, my rookie year, because he was hard on us. And then eventually you learn what he was doing and kind of callousing you up to get ready for a long career in the league. So both of those dudes played a major role in the success that I had in the game.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Actually, I didn't know about that coaching staff at LSU. That's
yeah, man.
There's some guys right there. Let me tell you.
Yep.
So I kind of want to base it off of you.
Well, when I was playing for the Cowboys, Sean Payton was the offensive coordinator under Bill's staff, and Mike Zimmer was the defensive coordinator.
Okay.
So I've been around great coaches, bro. Great coaches.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of coaches, since I already mentioned here, I'm a big Lions fan. Matt Patricia, the defensive-minded coach, but the defense is like worse than the league. Is he on the hot seat? What's going on there?
You know what's crazy, man? Like, it's funny because Detroit has been competitive in all their games.
Yep.
I think the big indictment on Matt Patricia, especially when you're a defensive coach, you let Mitchell Trubisky throw 3 touchdowns on you.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the fourth quarter. And it's like, man, how does that happen? Now, sometimes it's players. Players carry a responsibility too. Here's what I feel, man. I don't think Matt Patricia is a Super Bowl caliber coach. I think he should have did some more time under Bill and figured out how to be Matt Patricia and not try to be in the same vein of Bill Belichick. Like, you use some of the techniques and tactics. That's why you coach under the greats. But to me, sometimes it just seems it's nothing that's exciting about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when you look at them, it's like, what about their team gives you a feeling of excitement, right? Like, we look at, I'm not even going to use the good teams. For example, we look at the Bengals, right? You can kind of see at times Zach Taylor has some nice stuff to his offense. And now it's about putting those pieces in place. When Sean McVay burst on the scene, you could see that it was a different type of style in coaching, and like, it just was an excitement to that. I don't get that from Matt Patricia. I never got that from Adam Gase, even when he was in Miami. I think coaches got to bring like a certain amount of juice and show something different in order to like get people hooked in. When you go look at the Lions, it's like looking at paint, man.
Exactly.
It's kind of frustrating when you think about it, because Matthew Stafford is a dude, man. Like, Matthew Stafford is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, bro. And he just been – the worst thing Detroit did was get rid of Jim Caldwell.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all, man. It could have it could have eventually got to that point. Jim was in Baltimore with me. He was a great offensive mind. Matthew loved him, and they just had to get some things right defensively, which that's why you hire a defensive coordinator and let them take over that side of the ball. But they wanted Matt Patricia because of that Bill Belichick stamp. And, man, Belichick assistants really ain't been doing well. Just being honest.
I think like the only time I saw Patricia get excited was when he got to play the Patriots, and then that was a long time ago, and I haven't seen the same excitement since. So
yeah, man, they need an infusion of juice, man. Like I just don't know how you do it though.
Something.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, they got to figure it out for sure.
So I just got a question for you. I'm sure you've been asked this several times, and I always love hearing these stories. But what was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Oh man, I played Willie Roaf, old guy. I'm not sure if y'all even know who Willie Roaf is, but he's a Hall of Famer. Played for the New Orleans Saints for a long time, and then ended up playing for the Chiefs like the last 4 or 5 years of his career. And you know, when you young in the league, man, you think you faster, you stronger. Like you like this vet been in the league a long time. I'm about to run around and do my thing. No chance, sir. I got body slammed on my head. I got body slammed on my back. I got outsmarted. He knew everything I was gonna do before I did it. And that was like, and then I realized how important it was to actually know the game and learn the game and learn techniques and little tricks of the trade in order to play. And but that was my baptism, bro. I got pancaked 7 times in one game, and it was from him. Yeah. And it happens to the best of us, but it never happened again. Because I used to, my mama would tell me I didn't have to whip you but one time. That's the type of person I am. You whip me one time, you ain't whipping me again. That was my mentality.
It's good mentality.
Well, okay.
NBA Finals, who you got?
The Lakers, man. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan, though.
No, I'm the biggest LeBron.
I hope he get it. Yeah, bro. Like, why not? I mean, it's greatness, man. And I'm not one of them dudes that I follow players. I don't really have a team. Like if the New Orleans Pelicans won, I'd be happy because I'm from Louisiana. But I like players. D Rose was one of the players that I love and wanted to see him have a lot of success, man. I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan, so I'm conflicted. But LeBron, my guy. LeBron, I want to see LeBron win another one before he get out of there. I want to see him win it in the year when we lose Kobe. All of the stuff that kind of transpired, it'll be great to see him win it. But mostly for Kobe, man. Like, you know, Kobe passed away and the Lakers win a championship. You'll feel some type of reverence toward that. Like it was destined for them to get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you said your wife is a WNBA, or she was in the WNBA. I don't know, but
yeah, she played in the WNBA for the Washington Mystics.
So does she beat you in 1-on-1?
No chance. No chance, bro. Nope. She a better shooter than me, though. I never hesitate to admit that. She can shoot better than I can, and I can shoot, but she can shoot, man. She can fill it up. So, but everything else, handles, all of that stuff, no. And you know, we played one time, and I made a pact with her not to back her down, so I shot her lights out because she didn't think I would hit shots. And that's the one time we played, and that's the one time she lost.
Oh, no.
You even played her since?
Nah.
I respect that.
It ain't no need, man, because we both competitive, and I don't know if we'll still be married if we played against each other a lot.
Respect that.
Want to know?
We got a competitive family, man.
Not a bad thing.
Nah, it's a good thing. We don't give out. We not a participation trophy type family. You got to go get your trophy. You got to win it to get a trophy.
Jokes.
Facts.
Does your son play football right now or no? I don't know.
No, man. Baseball and basketball.
You think he'll ever get into it?
I don't know, man. I mean, he with me right now. He just got out of practice. I don't know. I I think football one of them games you don't need to play early. I mean, like I just told y'all, I didn't know much about the game, even in high school, and I was an All-American and all of that. I was just running and catching the ball, and not letting people hit me when I was playing tight end. And then on defense, whoever had the ball, I just went and hit them. So it wasn't really the technique it takes in basketball and baseball, the skill level it is, you got to start playing those games young. If he comes to me about football, I'm gonna explain to him what can happen, how it is, and let him do it at some point. But I hope he don't ask me.
It's an easy game to learn, but if you want to play it as your actual future, you gotta at some point learn some technique and skill.
Oh yeah, you gotta have the technique and skill if you're gonna make it to that level for sure.
Have we got any other questions, you guys?
I think that's all we have for questions.
All right.
We'll let you go with your son.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining.
All right.
Coming on.
Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Oh man, don't apologize. It happened, brother. It happens. Y'all take care, man. I appreciate it.
You.
Have a
Hey,
good one.
thank you so
Thanks
much.
for being on.
Let's get this out of here.
Guys, listen to guys, as you can see.
Yeah, they had a bail.
Yeah, this had to leave. But thanks for watching. Probably our most popular guest yet. I would say.
Yeah, they're my favorite. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Not shots, but
mean,
if I had to rank,
you gotta love this. Coach
Probably-
Brengard,
he's probably
George
tied.
Strack,
it's probably tied. 3 guys that are tied.
Strack Brengard.
Yeah.
No offense to Gary, Jade, and Shul. Love you guys. But, I mean, come on.
Is that all?
That's all. Thanks for
Make
watching,
sure
guys.
you give us a follow. Give him a follow. Twitter, Instagram. All the links will be in below. All right. Peace.